I want to say, first of all, giving the honor to God to head of my life and to all of the American people in the United States. God bless people in the United States. We have a situation that I want us to look at what's going on. There's a lot going on in the United States. Not only that, there's a lot going on in a different world view. I see a lot of people panic, worry about the president and vice president, worry about the bigger Republican Party. But let me say this. It's not about cause which party you belong to, was it Democrat, was it Republican, was it Independent, a Green Party, whatever party you want to be. But I want to know, search your heart, not your mind. Are you really saying you love being in the United States, period? No matter what background you come from, what country you come from. No, this should be nothing to surprise about our president and vice president. You heard the vice president have said, no more time, I'm going to stand by the president. So he done told you clear cut, whether he wrong, he going to stand by the president. I want us to look at and let your heart wonder. That's twice we done got beat out of election. I want the view to use common sense. It don't take number common sense to run the White House. It's not because how much education you got. It don't matter if you're a business person. You do not run a White House like you do a business. And a lot of people fail for that. And y'all didn't see that coming. President used the people to get elected. But look at the one he's talking about. We got a young lady, it's a senator from the White House. She works up there. And she's a Republican. She's a black young lady. But it's got nothing to do with what party she represents. But even she said it. That wasn't cool what the president said. So the president, the same country that you call S-hole, them are some of the same people that voted for you. But you know one thing? When you come back out running the next time, in 2020, you would not get a lot of different people from these S-holes you call. You know, one thing I learned to get ahead: be truthful with yourself. Be a great listener. Don't never think you know it all, Mr. President. We understand you was handpicked by what we call electoral college. Not only those that gonna run for president coming back out in 2020, what about you challenge, if you want to pass a law, what good is anybody voting and everybody vote do not count? That should not be where a person, female or male, get the majority of the vote and cannot be president. That is unheard of. I remember Al Gore when he ran. He had the population vote, but he couldn't be president. So I'm saying this to America. If you don't come together now, if you don't wake up now, and we can't have nobody sitting back on the sideline, because see, we done had people saying, no more time, I ain't voting for nobody because they're going to do whatever they want to do. But you know what? If you give up now, that's the way the system wants you to give up. So I'm saying this to those I would love to come to these different states. I do have a solution. I can't go in everything. I can't just break everything down. But I understand what working family and the unworking family going through every day. It's hard. But God didn't say it's going to be easy all the time. But I know we can help make people's life a lot better. But people, if you want your life to be a lot better, then you got to get off the sideline. Yes, it's millions and millions children in the United States. And this is the biggest problem. This is the biggest problem. When you sit back and don't want to vote and don't want to voice your own voice, this is what you're going to get. Another 4 years. So I want to say this to the one in the House and one in the Senate. What are you, Republican or Democrat? You sit up there, you play politics with people's life. It don't matter which side you're on. Do we have all good Democrats? No. Do we have all good Republicans? No. But I do know this. All Republicans, not bad Republicans. All Democrat is not bad Democrat. Even though people have the trick to this. If you look at the majority states all over the United States, wherever that different race, they use the people. Some tend like they're Democrat, just to hold a Democratic seat, but they're really Republican. Huh? We have people in the state that I stay in the state of Mississippi. We have a lot of Republicans holding a Democratic seat. Oh, that's fair to the people. No. But I want to know, whatever party you belong to, I want to know if you're a true American. This country, through by the grace of God, was built by immigrants. Start with the slave, start with the Indian. Hello, somebody. This is the truth about history. Dr. Martin Luther King not resting in his grave. All this mess going on. Some of y'all don't need to get up and say nothing on black history. And let me say this right here. We can fix things together. Nobody can do no one job by themselves. I'm not on this thing to be laughed at. I'm on this thing to let you know I believe that I can be our president through by God. And one thing I want to say this. A rich person don't think about a poor working person. He do not want you to get ahead. We haven't came far enough. And one thing, when we get up and say the president, listen to the flag, and let me say this. You wonder why is an uproar about the United States flag. Well, let me break a little bit down to you. When you get to that part, said justice for all, think about it. Don't matter which side you on. The president proving to the people that it ain't no justice for if you're a black person, or if you're a Mexican, or Puerto Rican, or Indian, or Chinese, or Russia, or whatever background you come from. This is why they're having a problem. It's not the people. Why would you want to stand and you know that party there is not for no justice for us all? If it were, the president would be calling people coming from different countries, and even though the people that live here, assholes. Because why? He rich. The worst thing you can do if a man is rich like that, you give him the power, then you gonna get see. There have never been in the history that a man get on live TV. And I want somebody to check me on this. I don't care what some of them say. And those that go along with this president, don't matter which party you belong to, you as much as wrong as he is. Why would you want to keep up hell? It needs to be a law for anybody, regardless of what color you are. You cannot be a hateful person. We need to put that in law. You know you got some of the white brother knowing they racist. That is in the law we call terror act. If somebody do something wrong, we want to say that we ready to punish this person. If the law apply to me, it should apply for the president. Nobody up above no law. What man in a right mind running for president before he got elected said, I can go out here and shoot somebody? I won't be questioned. And it's all right with some of you Klansmen. Get used to that. This is going to be the only turn he going to do. And I ask the people, if you want to get rid of this president, you must work together. We have had people leave what we call the Democratic Party and flip to the Republican Party. We have had people flipping from the Republican Party, flipping to the Democratic Party. But watch this. How can United States defeat a country when you're not together over here? When you got your president and your vice president, he ain't saying nothing. How can they lead you when God gave you 5 senses to stand up and lead yourself? He said, it's in the Bible, if a man is blind, he can't see. How can he lead you when you got 2 eyes? It's not about nobody hate the president, but he really not our president. He's just a man that actually had money and his electoral college one picked him. Shame on the electoral college. But let me say this. I am running for president. I understand what people go through. You know why I understand? Because I came up working. I worked in the cotton field. Some of you don't even know what that is. I chopped cotton. I plied mule, milk cow, worked at a milk dairy, drove tractor, helped raise what we call cotton soybean. I know what it takes to get ahead. But I don't know what it takes when you gonna wake up. We done got so used to lies till we don't even know the truth when we head. A real educated person don't make you the best leader. Read in Ezekiel. Read in Ezekiel 33 and 34. Chapter 33, read the whole chapter in chapter 34. Everybody ain't equipped to be a leader. Huh? And Ezekiel tell you in them chapters, stay woke. Don't fall asleep on your job. I understand what working family go through, trying to make end meet to end meet. Yes, they get it out there talking about what they're going to do for you. Look at the president. Shame on him getting out there. He going to make America great again. Catch what he's saying. All white people is not bad white people. So we ain't going to go there. You don't want all white people to think all black people bad. We ain't going there. But if you want to know it's bad on both sides. But I want y'all to understand this. When Obama was the president for 8 years, keep in mind this man walked into a crisis. He had to pray every day. But thank God he thought about the people. When his first 4 years was up there, they thought he was going to make it again. But God allowed him to do 4 more years. Look like every time we get a good president, he helped, through by God, he helped pick us back up. And we put in somebody, bring us right back down. Even I would say this, Bush wasn't a bad president. If I had a choice to pick Bush over Trump, it'd be Bush. So that's what I'm trying to say. Keep in mind what I said about Bush. Bush did do something before he left out there. He did help build a black museum. Thank you, President Bush. This man right here, nobody want to come to the White House. Most people done turned down invitation. Not just blacks. And look at the quarterback, Keith Patrick, for the 49ers. Because he wouldn't stand for the American flag. You know, since somebody want to wonder why he didn't stand, remember the part I just said. When they get up and say, justice for all. That is not no justice for us all. Because if we wouldn't have the problem we got now in the White House right today. So, for me to get out and talk to you people in different states, and I want to, but I need your prayer, I need your help, I need the donation to for me to get to point A to point Z. And it's just simple as that. Through God, we will fix the problem before this president get out of office. We're going to make him do his job. Send your donation to paypal.me/keeping it. You got to be real. I'm not setting no price on nobody, but if I'm coming to your state, willing to help lift you up, and I just wish that I had enough time to go through a lot of things, but I will explain when I get out there, I go to talking to you. Together, it ain't nothing we can't do together. But when we divide it, that's why the system built, to keep us divided. Now I want to drop this on you free of charge. Anybody can be president if you only believe. That's what's wrong now. We try to pick out a president, and we wonder why and what's wrong with the White House. I'm from down south, what we call state of Mississippi. Bigger your White House, not all the White House, but the bigger your White House is ran by the Clintons. If you don't believe that, look at down south, go on your YouTube or whatever, internet, pull up wherever you see a rubber flag, and remember who you sit up there in Washington, D.C., you will get your answer. Then you wonder why, when President Obama was the president, why most Republicans didn't want to wait from him. We're here today at the same point. We're going to have to change this thing. That is why you got so many Republicans not running back this time, because they know they're not going back up and down. But before you leave out of there, each one of you Republicans are going to resign and not running no more. Now they got to find another job to get the retirement. And Mr. President, let me get you to understand this. Same people you not only putting down coming from another country, you putting one down here too. Let's tie both of them together. Sure as you got some here now, and some of the people coming down, and the same people you putting down is every black person relative. that you are putting down. Some of the people you're trying to stop coming here, and some of you Republican want to be Republican. Since some of you don't like us, and some of you racial peoples out there don't like black and other background people where they come from, these are the same people you fighting against that got to take care of you on your Social Security. But let me say this. The law is not stiff enough. If I become president, it will be some law change that gonna work. There will be nobody else can walk around with hatred in their heart. You will be fined for that. There will be no more rubber flag, no statue, especially when you got some of these people that been lynching blacks. Who want to walk around and look at 100 and 200 some year old statue? Take it down. And then we want people to think we're afraid. We know what that rubber flag stands for. How can you forget when a lot of our ancestors got hung? How can you forget when KKK with the hoods on their head will call you a nickel or a monkey like they're doing now? How can we forget? But I will tell you this. Them days are gone now. Ain't no more going back to no slavery days. So if anybody thinking this president and the vice president making America great, think about what the S-hole means. Shame on this man. This man done said everything on live TV. But then he want to try to say fake news. Man, if you don't know your own voice, you better drop down on your knees. Because one thing I do know for sure, God is looking at the president. God is looking at the vice president. We have some of the Republicans came out and actually said, roll the tape back and you'll see for yourself, that's a shame and a disgrace. But you got the most of them good old boys. They gonna stand with the president. No matter how wrong he are, no matter how he get on TV and cuss. It is a shame that a president saying any and everything on the TV. Like he said about the football player, but I would not use them term words. This man know he got money, he figure he can do anything. But Mr. President, I got one thing I want to say, Mr. President. I see on some of the book saying your White House. That is not your White House. That is the people's White House. Y'all got to understand this. Money can buy some people, but money is not going to buy this next election. Use me as an example. I'm a poor man, but not poor. You know why I would want to be rich? Because I want to make it in heaven. The Bible said it's hard for a rich man to make it to heaven. It don't mean that you rich, you can't make it to heaven, but you make sure if you rich, you better be taking care of the poor according to the Bible. Together, we shall overcome. That's a lot of things are going on today. But I ask the people in America, come together, no matter what side you on. You can't feed a country, another country, if you're not together here. Why should you want our soldiers, young men and young ladies, to risk their life and you still calling us S-hole? Those that racial, why don't you join? Why don't you join the army? take the good person's life. Since you want to fight and you got all this anger, well, you going out there and get on the front line. Don't risk the good people. And I want to say this, any soldier, Marine, Air Force, Navy, it don't matter. Why should you fight when you have a president don't have your back? Yeah, they're going to pretend like they're trying to pump more money with the army, in the army thing. But the words that this president have used, you cannot take that back. And let me say this, apology ain't good enough. You don't even know to breathe it. You don't even know to bleed this president. Because he done said so many things and flip-flop. So if he come out and say, well, yeah, I used the wrong word, that ain't gonna heal what the president think about us. That's not gonna heal what some of his base think about us. But we don't care what he thinks. But it's what we think. They still want y'all to live back in the slavery days. And let me say this, make no mistake about it. There's a lot of whites is not down with this. But you got some ignorant kind of people. And then some people want to, if you want to know what a nigga stand for, look up the definition. That's a person that ain't got a lick of sense. It don't have no color. Look up the definition. How can we forget when they didn't want our ancestors to know how to read? The system has tried to keep the blacks down for so long. Till God said in the word, the one at the bottom gonna rise, and we're rising. It's sad when you got a president can't go to Great Britain because he's trying to bring the ex-president. He cannot folk on his job that was talking about the next president. Then he blamed the one before him. You know, I want the Mr. President to understand this. You can keep on blaming the president, but you'll never be like Barack Obama. You'll never be like Barack. You still trying to get credit by job. You don't even need to talk about job because the president left out there, left us in good hand, and you trying to take us back. And people don't just blame what he doing. We have to take responsibility. We have to blame ourselves. Because you know why you still can blame yourself? Because some of us don't want to vote. And you the very one crying don't want to vote. Keep sitting back on the sideline and watch how bad your life be. You got to get up off your rear end and start going in the community. You need to start getting involved. This man don't care about your family starve. He do so much, but he ain't gonna never say he's sorry. I have never seen nobody perfect. We got a president can say any and everything, but it's a shame on the bigger of the Republican Party. I see why a lot of them not gonna run back. Yes, the Democrats are gonna get the House and the Senate. We know that. When those that gonna listen at this, make sure you send this all through the United States. I want someone to hear this, but I want also, I would like for us to join up together. I would like for us to start organize right now. My number is 662-629-0518. I would like for y'all to send your donation to paypal.me/you got to be real. It takes money to travel But I want to get out there on the stump, and I want to introduce myself. I want to get out there and let you know that I'm with you. I feel what you're going through. I understand, but you can't give up. And let me say this, for our senior citizens, this man talked about Medicare. He want to cut Medicare. Some of the people can't come off food stamp because I'm going to tell you why, Mr. President, it's not enough jobs. Some people not able to work, and you want to mess with the Social Security, SSI. And our education sucks. We need to invest more in our education. We need to invest more in our law enforcement. We need to invest more in our fire department. We need to invest more and more. This is what make America great, Mr. President. Do our worker people all through the United States, do they deserve a raise? Yes. Skip the 2%, 3%. We need to start chipping some dollars and putting on somebody's paycheck. 3% raise ain't no money. But I can see you got a pretty good job. Right now we need to look at minimum wage. People, we're going to have to leave these $8, $9 jobs, and we're going to have to bump it up 15. That's starting out. Anybody that been there for 15 to 20 years, well, we need to bump them on up too. United States is rich. It is not right for just because somebody owns a company to get all the share, all the money. We need to make people, when they get ready to retire, we need to reduce the working playing field. I think when you work 20 years, I think it's time you get full benefit on your retirement. Not when you get 80 years old, 70 years old, they still want you to work. That law needs to be changed. I think once someone done put in 20 years, need to get full benefit. We need to look at our people in the army and stuff. They deserve a lot better treatment they get now. We cannot thank you enough. Not only we can't pay you for your service, this president gonna make it more harder to recruit people in the army or the Air Force, because he's showing the young black generation what he's thinking. I'm gonna challenge the young generation. I'm gonna challenge those that got children thinking about joining the army next year or this year. Y'all don't just join the army right now, because this president don't appreciate what we got in the army now. Why I'm saying that? I'm tired of seeing our young black kids getting killed for no reason. We already seen a demonstration when one young black person got killed. The president waited so long to call the family. That's why he think about anybody ain't white. And quiet here, he don't care nothing about most of you whites if you speak against them. So I want the Mr. President to understand, you cannot be a leader and dictate. We don't work for you, you work for us, Mr. President. We tell you what to do, you don't tell us what to do. Somebody ought to give me an amen on that. That is, and I wish people stop saying, the president, this is his White House. This is not his White House. It would never be his White House. He should never been in there in the first place if they wouldn't have handpicked him. What good is everybody voting when you won't let the number speak for itself? That's why I'm running for president, because we got other people just running, but they're scared to say we will not have nobody else picking no president. Let the people decide. And another thing, if I was the president, I would work with any country, but I wouldn't be over there trying to tell them how to run their election. If you just look at it, some of the presidents do more mailing. You got to take care of home first. Any president, I don't care who it is, or whoever running. But you got to learn first. If you cannot fix your home up, how can you take care of somebody else's home? It started at home, Mr. President. And I want to say this to any other country, if you get hold of this video, don't punish the people here. Don't. And those that going out here and just killing, even one on the street, gangbanger, lay your gun down, pick up the Bible. Turn in these weapons. That's what we need to talk about. We got too many innocent people getting killed over here. You ain't found a solution how to stop that. Why? Because nobody talking about how we killing each other here. We got so many problems here to worry about what's going on in another country. So I'm going to say this to all nations, the UN. Don't just come together on politics. Yes, I understand we have to trade with each other, but we ain't got no business trying to go there and run somebody else's country, because you don't want nobody to run your country. This is a country we all live in. United States really don't belong to none of us, because if that was true, well, none of us had to die. We just passing through this land. Let's get that straight. I feel good. I'm not angry. I'm not talking out of anger. I just talk this way. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you, let's come together and fix this thing. Don't wait on the government to fix this thing. We can't wait on this president. And I can say this. If the majority vote did not get this president in, he is not our president. He's just holding the seat because he got money. But we're going to change this thing. And I want to send a clear message to the House Speaker. Shame on you. Even though you want to say what don't look good, skip the don't look good, but you scared to speak against the president, you might need to go too. Just think about it, the life that y'all playing with. The president trying to cut a deal, said if he don't get the wall, then we're going to get rid of the doctor. Let me say this to those that you getting caught up, but let me say this. If this president and most of the Republicans try to send y'all back, don't mean you can't come back to here. We just gonna have to get a better president, and I am the man. Whatever law that he put in place can be changed. Rest assured. And I want to say this, Mr. President, it don't matter how many signatures you put on different laws. Just like you trying to change the law that Obama put in place, keep in mind somebody can come behind you and change the law that you, because you don't represent us. You represent the top up. And let me say that they don't need so many Democrats coming out running for a president, because you're not standing up for us anyway. We got to stand up for ourselves. Yes, you might need to elect a loudmouth person like me. Maybe you can hear me. And then one thing, I will assure you this. In the Oval Office, any meeting that I bring before the body, I don't want just Democrat, and I want both parties, 3 parties, 4 parties in there with me. Because you got an independent, hello, you got a Democrat, you got the Republican, you may have some more Tea Party. Bring them all together and put the news media. That way they can catch what's been said. Anytime a president don't want the news media in there with him, It's something you got to hide. That is not the way you will duck no business. This ain't no casino, Mr. President, you running. But I'm appalled to see, not surprised, but I'm appalled to see the most of our Republicans would not admit that this man is wrong. That's why a lot of them not running. But let me say this to those, since you're not running. I understand, just because you're stepping out, and because you're resigning, if you want to get full benefit, and some of the people you're trying to send back, think about it. When you retire, these same people y'all are pressing against, them the one that going to be working trying to pay some of y'all retirement. Shame on y'all. Y'all not even thinking. All y'all thinking about messing up and getting the hell on out of Dodge. And that's not cussing. People, I can say a lot, but I can go into a lot of more issues. On the doctorate law that they're trying to. Why should you change something that's working? You owe that word about Iraq, them fighting against each other and all that, and you talking about them, but look at you. What do that say about the United States? You don't even want these people here. And it's a shame, 8 years ago, when the earthquake hit. This is why the president don't accept no apologies for him. It's time to impeach him. And one thing I believe is, some of you, most of you Republicans don't want to impeach him, but once we get the right peoples in there, we will impeach him. Because them kind of words, look at the law that he signed. Them are some hateful words. The law that you signed, Mr. President, if you want the people to abide by the law, what make you think you any better? Nobody up above no law. So you got to quit talking about the ex-president and start focusing. This is not a comment show. Even though the president saying over office sometime, instead of saying to the news media, welcome to the White House, he still think he's hosting a celebrity show. Everything he think come out of his mouth, he thinking he's feeding his base. But let me say this to you, Mr. President, you ain't thinking. You keep feeding some of the base. But remember this, some of the people that voted for you would not be on your side. So you keep on talking about people, and the way you doing now, you think that's why we got to get involved. We want to start now, y'all. Send your donation to paypal.me / you got to be real. If we join together now, you cannot wait 2020. We got to start now, people. It ain't about choosing which side you on. It's about standing up, letting the president and the bigger the Republicans know that we're not going to go down this road another year. And I'm saying this. Those that when they resign from the Republican side not going to run, call for the president resignation. If y'all scared to call for it, we ask the people when to call for a resignation. And we're going to start a wave. And I will be the speaker. We ain't talking about cutting no deal here. We talking about it's time to go. That is why most Republicans, some of them not running back, because they know they're not going to get in. Y'all showed y'all true color. So, send your donation to paypal.me/YouGotToBeReal. And if you like this video, hit me up. Thank you.